Hey, this is Bryan McDowell, out on tour in Boca Raton, Florida on this sunny May day. And this is day 14 of 40 for me out on tour with Foreign Landers and John McEwen. And later on, I'll be on tour with Mark Schatz. So come out and see those folks, support good music if they're in your town. If you're watching this video, you are probably considering coming out to Common Ground on the Hill this year, and if that's the case, let me just say that I'd love to be your instructor in bluegrass fiddle or bluegrass guitar, the intermediate to advanced levels. Let me just take a minute to talk about what we'll be working on in those classes. So on any instrument really, I like to approach learning bluegrass and folk music from the songs that made up these styles. And so we'll be starting out with mostly old fiddle tunes. We'll be learning several fiddle tunes, maybe 3 to 4, depending on time that week. And we'll be learning them preferably by ear. I might have some tablature to pass out to some students and long-form instructional videos. And we'll be learning those by ear, and then we'll be focusing and spending a lot of time on working out variations to these songs based on based out of scales, patterns, and chords that are accompanying these fiddle tunes here. So so that's how I like to sort of build up to improvising, is learning variations to songs. And we'll spend a good bit of time on that, as well as on guitar. We'll be mapping out the fingerboard a little bit more, because you can get into higher positions and do all that sort of thing. And then finally, not to be neglected, is the backup portion of your kind of development as a musician. 90% of what you're going to be doing as a musician, if you're in a band, is backing someone else up, whether it be a singer or another instrumentalist. So we're going to be spending a good bit of time on that and working through. On guitar, we'll be working through some different chord patterns and talking about different rhythm patterns and techniques, strumming techniques, as well as doing some fills between chords and some walking, some runs. And on the fiddle, we'll be talking about different bowing patterns and rhythm patterns, and what to do behind a vocalist, etc. And finally, on the fiddle, we'll talk about some strategies to kind of get through some of the more difficult keys like B and B flat that tend to be focused on in bluegrass. So if any of this sounds like your cup of tea, then it might be a good sign it might be a good sign that you're ready to sign up for the summer class here in the first week of July at Common Ground on the Hill. And if so, I look forward to seeing you there. Take care.